a special program in living color on NBC.
If you've never driven with a mainsail and a spar for a 22-foot Catalina sailboat strapped to the roof of your Crown Victoria, then my friend, you absolutely have not lived, because it has to be the most sketchy but yet the most interesting thing I have ever done, aside from, of course, overloading my car with almost 3,000 pounds worth of boat and household goods, and then driving like 2,800 miles across the country. Yeah, this is quite entertaining. It's Wednesday, and we've got one tire off. Went to town to some old junk place, and got a good floor jack, which works well, thankfully. So now we've got one tire loaded up, and oh, there comes Logan running. And now, good. And now off to Ozark Tire to get a tire put on. Well, this boat trailer is never ceasing to be a perpetual pain in my ass. Turns out it did not have 14-inch tires. It had 13-inch tires on it. Rims on it, anyway. Couldn't tell what the tires read because they were shredded. So, had to find another tire shop that happened to have, thank good Lord, a couple of used 13s around, and I'm able to do some barter and trade with them, trading the good 14s I have for their 13s, and then an extra one for the mountain and all that. So we will have the boat rolling. Next step is going to be finding a way to get it swapped onto the trailer that I need, because the nearest lake is about an hour away, and even though I would love any reason to get down and put a boat in the water, gas is $3.79 a gallon, so I hate to go down there just for one little trip instead of making a weekend out of it or something, which I can't afford quite yet. So, well, after much ado, did some barter and trade, and finally got some 13-inch rims, well, 13-inch wheels on that trailer. So one less thing to do. Well, here it is, Thursday. Yesterday we got tires on this trailer, thankfully. That was a bit of a debacle. Got most of the water out of the cockpit and cabin. So that's a step in the right direction. I figured tomorrow Logan and I will take it to the car wash and see what we can do. Talking to some friends as well about a design for the decal we'd like to put up front. Not sure how long we'd like it to be. Maybe about 3.5 feet perhaps. I'm gonna decal for the names. Can't wait to scrub this thing and get it clean. The cabin's gonna be the interesting part, getting all that clean. I figure we're gonna have to, I'll have to drill a hole in the bottom of the hull and create, well, something. Create a plug-in type system. I've had a couple suggested to me. In order to be able to drain it. But either way, it's going to need a lot of cleaning on the inside. But the project is slowly coming along, bit by everlasting bit. The real trick's going to be getting it onto that trailer. Ideally, next Tuesday, we'll be swapping out trailers at a hot rod shop that has a lift that's powerful enough to lift the boat off, because the closest lake is like an hour away. So anyway, yeah, that's all I've got for this one. Don't know if I'll be getting any work done on it today. I have to go to the real job. And so Friday, we'll probably be getting some work done on it. And more than likely, we'll be getting some flagstone that day too. So it'll be a full day. And that's it for Thursday, the 17th of March. Well, let's see if this pulls. And let's see if I can do this. This is gonna be fun. I can really feel that. Well, I got it turned around anyway. All right, now let's try the hill. Well, here we go. Let's take it for a ride around the block, what you say? Well, it's been a few months in the making, but there it is. Finally on its own set of tires and hooked up to the car. A little bit cleaner. Well, somewhat. The car can barely pull it. I'm thinking the thing's probably around 1,800 pounds total. But, yep, there it is. So here we are on March 22nd. It's a Tuesday. It's rather funny, the change in weather we've had. Last week when it was all nice and sunny and warm, and then suddenly we get rain right after I had finished, well, bailing all the water out. Now, looks like we didn't get a whole lot of water in the cabin, thankfully. That ladder's seen better days. I was worried that I would get a lot of rainwater build up inside the cabin, which may still yet happen because we have a couple days more of rain. But should repaint the bottom of that thing. Anyway, I've been looking up ways to wire this thing for electricity, so that's getting to be kind of interesting. I see there used to be a light here. Not anymore. A lot of this used to have electricity, but hasn't for quite a while now. So this is the project that never ends. Adventures of Swiss Family Robins continue. It's been a windy, rainy day today, so let's see what caused the thing to sit on its stern today. I don't know. Maybe the wind might have blown it backwards because of the way the mast is sitting. I don't know. Or maybe we've had a bunch of water in the cockpit. We'll see. Lordy. I've actually been inside the thing when it does this, and it's actually kind of fun. Oh, yeah, that's probably why. Because that's a whole bunch of water. Right there in the cockpit. And that little hole is all plugged up, guarantee it. So I'm just gonna leave it here for the now. It's just gonna rain more. We'll just leave it that way until tomorrow. I'll fix it later. Good night. Now that the weather's finally cleared up, briefly, I finally got the drain hole unplugged enough to where I could stand on the tongue of the trailer, tip it back level, and have it drain. I'll probably be standing there for a few minutes. This is going to be interesting. Well, actually, it's more fun sitting on the bow. It's peeing. And now that the water's drained out of the cockpit, I have to resume getting the water out of the cabin again. Oh boy. So as I'm sitting in the cabin of the boat, it's getting a little cloudy outside, and it started to drizzle a little bit. Although it's not going to be raining much. I've got most of the water bilged out, bailed out anyway. I'm going to probably take some footage of the V-berth and see what that looks like. Tomorrow morning it's going to be raining pretty heavily, so I am actually going to tarp over the doorway to this cabin and just hope as little gets in as possible. I have there's a door that'll go over it, so maybe that'll be enough. Maybe I don't have to bust out the tarp yet. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh boy, I need a barn or a garage, but a barn would be better. Well, it took me about 45 minutes, but got this bad boy all tarped up. Here we go. All tarped up, trying to keep the water out of it. So that especially for the rain tomorrow that's supposed to come, which mostly comes from that. Comes from that direction. Ideally, ideally this will keep the cabin at least fairly dry. That's the plan, though. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Then again, it all may blow away. Never can tell anymore. I'm thinking about setting up the mast so that I can have the jib part up here and run a tent across that, which would be a heck of a lot more secure, and the tarp wouldn't have as many, it wouldn't be as large, so it'll be easier to tie down. But don't know. We'll see how this goes. Well, here it is, April 5th. Daily shower, scrubbing bubbles. I decided I'd give it a shot. And actually, this is cleaned up quite a bit better than it used to be. It used to look something like that. Just like this, but all across the board. And you can see this rag is kind of spreading it around, but it's breaking it up a good bit too. Definitely needs a repaint. But, I mean, that's a start. I don't know what to do as far as this goes. I did have a little bit of luck taking care of that one corner with this stuff, but I need something a lot more aggressive than just a rag. And up there is going to be a real challenge. I think I need one of those, a big long scrub brush, like what I used when I was detailing cars 12 years ago, in order to get that. I need a bucket of that stuff, like a 5-gallon bucket. More water to bail out. I think I just need to drill holes in the hull, because I think I'm going to be using a lot of water to clean this crud away. Anyway, life. So, out of boredom and outright desperation, I'm trying some daily shower cleaner. We had some rain over the last, I don't know, 2.5, maybe 3 weeks it's been since I've been able to poke my head in here. I also got this thing. Let's see what this can do. I'm gonna need both hands for this. Well, can't really tell how much, if anything, it really took off before the battery died. But either way, I think it's a step in the right direction. I need to get the rest of that water out. I think I'm just gonna drill a hole in the hull, one on both sides, to get that water to drain out. Because I'm just gonna end up scrubbing a lot of this interior with a brush, I think, to really get the kind of clean that I want. And a drain hole is the only way that's gonna be efficient as far as cleaning it. It is now May 6th. Yeah, Mother's Day. Yeah, little after 8, May 6th. And it is a beautiful, beautiful day, or beautiful evening anyway. First one we've had in a while. Everything else it's been raining for pretty much the last 2 weeks straight, so. Anyway, that's that.
This is WXYZ TV with studios and transmitter at Broadcast House, Southfield, Michigan. Channel 7 is owned and operated by the American Broadcasting Company. We operate with 316 kilowatts visual, 31.6 kilowatts oral power, as authorized by the Federal Communications Commission. For 34 years, Channel 7 has proudly presented news, top entertainment shows, useful information, and discussions of issues important in the lives of the nearly 5 million viewers in metropolitan Detroit. We hope we've made your day a little brighter. And we invite you now to tune to WXYZ News Talk Radio 1270 on your AM dial for news and information, or to WRIF 101 on your FM dial for music throughout the night. And we'll see you again at 6 o'clock this morning. Till then, we bid you a very pleasant good night and good morning.